Hey everyone, the DimitrovBoelee piano duo here. My name is Dimitri Dimitrov.
And my name is DimitrovBoelee.
And today we're going to do a different kind of video. One of the new pieces that we're currently working on, that we're currently practicing, is by Johann Sebastian Bach. We want to include this piece in our future concerts, and today we thought we'd record this piece for you. Usually, in our concerts, before each of the pieces we play, we announce that piece. We say something about the piece, and so we thought we'd do that for you today as well in the video.
So the piece that we're going to play today is called Zeit is allerbeste Zeit. And for those of you who actually watch our vlogs, you already know what that means. It means that time with God is the best of times. And this actually represents very well the music of Bach, because Bach was employed by the church. So a lot of his music was very religious, which was also very common in that time, which is the period of the Baroque, as we call it. And this piece is written for a funeral. So I didn't understand it at first, but time with God is the best time means time with God up there. So it's written for a funeral, and this piece is actually an early cantata by Bach. And a cantata is a piece that is written for voice. It's not written originally for four hands, but we're playing an arrangement. And the arrangement is by a Hungarian pianist called Kurtág.
It's always very useful and interesting to know where the piece comes from, so you have a little bit of an idea what time it was, what it was written for, and so this information can be very helpful when you're playing the piece. The notes in the sheet music are always going to be the same, but the performers are always going to be different, and so the piece is going to always sound in a different way. The theory, the story, the history behind the piece is always going to be the same, but again, the performers are the people who are going to make it sound different. And so I wanted to tell you a few words about what we feel with this piece, because there is the history behind it, what's actually truly happened, and there is also the personal feeling, the way you or us, when we play this piece, how we feel about it and what we want to express. Not to make the introduction too long and get to the playing, I want to tell you that when you're listening to the piece, you can feel and you will actually hear this incredibly long line. Something that continuously flows very slowly, very steadily. I mean, Elvira mentioned in the beginning that it has something to do with a funeral procession, for example. And when you imagine that, it's always very somber, it's always very slow, steady. It kind of, you feel that time stops, and the same thing you can experience with the piece. The line continues moving at a steady pace, and it gives you different kind of feelings, sometimes of hope. In the harmonies you can hear, sometimes sadness, sometimes complete lack of hope. So you can experience all those things, and it never stops. It continues slowly, step after step, as you can envision a funeral procession, how people walk one behind each other in a very slow and steady pace. And so we hope that with this little introduction you'll be a little bit more involved in the piece, and it will be easier for you to envision things that matter to you according to your own life. Enjoy!